Hey, what's up everybody? This is Kalan from Agora Models and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to get started on part 8 of the Agora Models Battleship Bismarck. So if you guys have been following along, you know that most of these sections start out with a hull piece, which I'm going to go ahead and skip over that because we're going to come back to the hull later in the build series. So I'm going to do the second part of part 8, which will be the foremost deck details. So let's head to the workbench and get started on that. All right, so again, we will not be doing the hull section on this stage, which is the very first thing that you do. We'll just be grabbing the parts here for stage 8 that we'll be gluing on, so I won't be needing any screws either. Get that out of the way, and then go ahead and just dump my parts here. There's quite a few little pieces here, and we'll be using super glue for this stage again, so I'll bring all of this over here, and it looks like I still got some super glue on there that's wet, which will be perfect. I'm going to bring over our hull section here. This is the anchor guide, which is going to attach right into place right here. And again, this part was painted up on the Patreon channel, along with all the other parts and weathering and all that fun stuff that I've been doing as an addition to this build. I'll just take my super glue. Kind of run it around inside there. Maybe get a little bit on the bow section here. Everything fits very, very nicely. Just needs a little shove up there to get the that section that's raised into place, and looking pretty good. There's a wee bit of a gap in there which bugs me a little bit, just to be totally honest and forthcoming. We may or may not try to fix that. One of the reasons why I probably should have waited and done all the staining and deck detail after the fact, and it is what it is. I'm happy with it, not going to complain too much. And it looks like we get to install our little platforms here, one on each side. I don't really think it matters what direction they're going in. Just maybe have the cleanest side facing out. Yeah, I'm gonna need to do a little bit of cleanup. So I'm gonna pull that out real quick. Clean off the mess I made here. And I'll grab a pin vise. And the simplest solution is to always just kind of tap your holes. Should have done this in the first place, that way I wouldn't have screwed up this little spot on the bow section there. I'll just do the same thing on this side, just to clean that out a little bit. All right, so we're going to do things a little bit different, seeing how things have transpired here. And I'll go ahead and use the Tamiya extra thin, since I've drilled those out all the way. Just really want to make sure that that seats good. And the extra thin will actually kind of loosen it up in there as well. It'll melt that plastic a little bit, allowing me to sit that down flush. So I'll just give it a second to do its thing without getting glued to the project myself. Should be wearing gloves. Definitely should be. Okay, that's softening it up a tad there. And I'll just keep pushing it down until I'm happy with it. And that's about as good as I think we're gonna get. So come back and do the other side here. Again, making sure I put the nicest looking side out. And go ahead and insert into my holes. And again, just come back over and dot some glue in there to kind of soften it up a little bit. A little bit, I mean a lot, because that's just me. Really happy with how the other side came out. This side is looking really good too. So I'm not going to mess with this a whole lot just because I don't want to screw up my model. There we go. And again, I've got loads of paint on my fingers as well as glue. We'll give that a little bit of time just to think about what it did. So moving down, we've got the roller fair leads, and they are going to be coming on just kind of right back in, it looks like in this area. So these, let me, as I throw it on the ground and lose it. So I'll do another quick test fit with those, and I also want to make sure that everything looks good. Those look like they should go in with no issues. That one just kind of went home on its own. I'll do the same thing here with the other side. And then go ahead and glue those down. There we go. Just push them down, make sure they're good and secure. And I am very, very happy with that. And again, like if I have any extra, I can just come in here with one of these cosmetic Q-tips and just clean that up. Next, we've got the anchor brackets, which are going to be attaching in these sections here. Those I may need to, I don't know. I was thinking I might need to tap them out a bit, but it's looking like it's going to be a good fit. So what I'll do is I'll use super glue on this one. Then coming all the way to the back here, they're calling these attachment points. I'm assuming that's either for rope or whatnot. And you've got these 4 holes here, and from the looks of it, it's going in basically right here. And these are painted up as well. And I'm not sure. Let's take a look. I think those are supposed to be raised a little bit, so they're not going to go all the way down. Just don't want it crooked. That's pretty much how it looks on the destruction guide. And I'll just do the same thing with the other side, and then we'll secure those with the Tamiya extra thin. Alright, so that is the end of pack 1, which included parts 1 through 8. And we've pretty much got a completed or almost completed forward deck of the Bismarck, which is looking really, really nice. Very happy with how everything's coming along so far. And that deck looks absolutely beautiful in real life. I don't know how well it shows up here on the camera, but there you go. That is the end of part 8. Well, this definitely was a quick section of this build because there wasn't a whole lot to do, but I hope you guys are really enjoying this. We will be starting pack 2, which contains the next 8 parts of this build, and pretty soon we'll be seeing this whole build come along, which will be very, very exciting. I'm not sure when I'm going to start on all the whole details. I will keep you guys apprised of when I do that. And if you would like to see some behind the scenes footage of this build, you can head over to the Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee channel. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on any great new content coming to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. And until next time, take care.